Not bad. So now in this equation, there's going to be a variable that is easier to eliminate when you look at it. You have to look at the equation. Which one would be easier to multiply by something? The y. And you could either multiply the first equation by a quarter, which would introduce more fractions, or you could multiply the second equation by, what would I have to multiply the second equation? So, because this is the -1 in the first equation. That would be adding. What do we have to multiply a quarter by to get 1? Multiply everything by 4. Because 4 quarters makes $1. Now we rewrite our equation 1, because we didn't change that. Equation 2, when I multiply 1/8 by 4, 4 over 8, which simplifies to 1/2. This becomes plus y, and 2 times 4 is 8. When you're doing your work, notice how I tried to leave a little bit of space between my work, so my equations you don't accidentally add the wrong equations together. Can you see that we now have coefficients in front of y that are the same number? They're both 1s, but one is positive and one is negative. So now we can add. But if I was going to add 3/4 plus 1/2, I'm adding fractions. How do I add fractions? I would need common denominator. What could I change 1/2 to? 2/4. So then it becomes 3/4 plus 2/4 is 5 over 4 x plus negative y plus y? 0. Our y has been eliminated. And then 2 plus 8? 10. And now we're back to a grade 9 question. How would you solve this? 5 over 4x equals 10. First step? Could. There'd be an easier first step. Dividing by 5, it works, but a lot of people forget to leave a 1 up top there if they do that. Multiply by 4 gets rid of the fraction. Then you would be left with just 5x, because these 4s would simplify away. 5x equals 40. You could divide by 5/4, but then you have to multiply by the reciprocal anyways. So this is better. X is equal to 8. Now we can use either equation to find out what y is. Which one do you want to use? Probably the first one, because it has less fractions. So 3/4 times by x minus y equals 2. Remember, 8 is 8 over 1. How do we multiply fractions? Multiply the tops, multiply the bottoms. So we'll get 24 over 4 minus y. And 24 over 4 is 6. 6 minus y equals 2. Subtract 6 on both sides. Now careful, there's still a y, has a negative there. So we multiply both sides by a negative now. We get y is 4, so our solution is 8, 4. X or y?